check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go.
All right, man. Let's talk about probably a sensitive topic, but why boxers in particular take performance-enhancing drugs. You have many different ones that's considered performance-enhancing drugs. You have pre-workout, post-workouts that could be considered that. You have diuretics that's used to cut weight. You have HGH that's used for many things, for recovery. So it's a lot of reasons, but the number one reason a lot of these dudes take performance-enhancing drugs is recovery. Recovery is probably one of the most key things in working out. So most people, associate PEDs just with steroids, but it's not true. You got steroids, diuretics, you got HGH. You got a lot of different things out there that give you a competitive advantage. Now, people think of, oh man, performance-enhancing drugs, they trying to knock somebody out. Not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you see heavyweights taking them, but a lot of times it's recovery. And if you ever worked out, it's all about what you put in your body after the workout, because when you go lift, when you go run, when you go do calisthenics, whatever you're doing, you tearing down the muscle. That's essentially what you are doing. You tearing it down so it can grow back stronger, and depending on what you want, maybe bigger, leaner, but mostly you tearing it down and become stronger. And that's the key, what you do after. A lot of times it's recovery. A lot of the times when you training, when you lifting for 3-4 years, when you working out 3-4 years, you putting them miles in, whatever you doing, you know what I'm saying? It's all about recovery. Maybe you be recovering from, being tired, stamina. Maybe you be recovering from injuries. And that was Jarrell Miller's excuse. He said he got an injury and he wanted to recover in time for Anthony Joshua fight. If you take him on his word, or if you don't take him on his word, but recovery is the number one reason why boxers take performance-enhancing drugs. Okay, it's tough. When you're younger, you can get away with that shit. You can get away with training 6-7 times a week, 2 times a day, trying to get it in. But at the while, if you don't train smarter, then you start suffering injuries. When you start suffering injuries, then 9 times out of 10, you probably gonna have to sit down, or you never be the same. So you just don't associate it with, oh, he look how he look. He look like he got a dad bod, or he don't punch the hardest. People never thought Tyson Fury would have took something. Okay, they never thought that just the way he looked. But a lot of times physique ain't it. Everybody associate that PED shit with bodybuilders. And a lot of them take it for recovery. They don't take it to solely to swell up. Do you know how tough it is for you to go in there every day and do 400 or 500 pounds on the chest, row 315 pounds on a barbell row, go in there and squat 5, 6, 1,000 pounds, do another 1,200 pounds on the leg press? That shit hard. Your body ain't meant to do that for 10, 15, 20 years. It ain't meant for that. Your body ain't meant for you to go run on cement for a 10-year boxing career. It ain't meant for that. It's hard for you to be on top of your game for that long. Your body start falling apart. And that's just the game. It's recovery. It's to prevent injury, to recover from injuries, and every day so you can have that pick me up. For those who work out, yeah, man, imagine you going to work 8, 10, 12 hours, you want to work out. You're doing that for every year for 5, 10 years. Eventually, you're going to want something to cut the corner, something to make it a little bit easier, something to make you motivated. They got natural stuff that can help you out. Amino acids, BCAA, branched chain amino acids, natural protein, some supplements can help you out, but some of them are banned. Not sure if creatine is on the banned list, but it'll give you a competitive advantage. Is that you're able to recover a little bit more. Mono creatine, you don't retain that much water. But hey, man, it still make you lift a little bit more, still give you that little competitive edge. It's still, and it may be considered cheating. But when you talk about roids, it ain't got nothing to do with looks. Talking about PEDs, it ain't got nothing to do with always looks. You got guys like Jellian Lilly got popped for a diuretic. You know what I'm saying? Diuretic is basically, trying to cut weight, trying to get that water off, trying to make weight. You cutting the corner. It don't mean you went out there and tried to kill a motherfucker, but you cutting the corner. So a lot of these dudes that's getting popped for PEDs, it ain't to go out there and give you more power. Sometimes it could just be give me more endurance. Sometimes I need to open up the veins, the vessels, to get more oxygen to the muscle. And another thing is endurance. Give me that go. Jarrell Miller, 300 pounds, throwing 1,000 punches around. That's unheard of. I don't think anybody in this world thought he was a clean fighter. Didn't enroll in VADA. Nobody in this world thought he was a clean fighter. But you can use it for a variety of reasons. You want to throw 1 billion punches around? You can use it for that reason. Don't mean it was going to make Jarrell Miller establish punching power. Don't mean it. So recovery is number one. I'd probably say stamina is number two. But building punching power, that really ain't on there. Sometimes, I guess in some cases it could, but just because you're more muscular don't mean you're gonna punch harder. A lot of times velocity is the key to punching power. The speed of the punch. And the more bulk you put on it, the slower your speed of the punch comes. So even if you are punching harder, most cases, if you're in there with a skilled fighter, you're not going to land. Too muscular. Too heavy. Even if you got the best of the best performance-enhancing drugs that money can buy, you can have all the stamina in the world, but if you're too muscular and you swinging for the fences, you're not going to hit a skilled fighter. And that's just what it is, and a lot of people need to be educated on this. Just because your lats ain't on swole, your bis and your tris ain't on swole, oh, he ain't doing nothing. I can't envision him doing nothing. And people ask, well, why do smaller fighters take it? If you got to make weight, why do they try to bulk up and take it? It ain't about bulk. Recovery, stamina. Those are the two. And I stress recovery. I stress it, man. It's tough. Recovery is tough when you got years in amateur. I see kids running from 5 to 10 to all the way to 30 years old. Your body ain't built for that. And I think it's key for a lot of fighters, man, every once in a while to take time off. I mean, a while off. A while off. You've been doing this since you was 10 years old. And it's tough to be a clean fighter. And everybody say, well, everybody, everybody taking something, everybody cheating. Not necessarily. You see, Mayweather's body started to break down. And it's just not about being stronger in the sense of muscle. It's about endurance. That blood flow to the muscle, you get that, what is it? I forget what they call that shit. NO2. It's a supplement they got. It's probably banned. What it does is you take it. Most time you take it in powder form. No, Muscle Tech got one. And you take it and you drink it or whatever. They might have a pill form. You drink it, but you see when you working out, you get jacked. You see your muscles really, really inflate. You see veins you probably never seen. Once you really working out, that mean that more blood flow going to the muscle. It's a different ball game. But that recovery stamina is number one. Should they legalize some performance-enhancing drugs? No. No, even the smallest ones you can find at GNC, I disagree. Because if you eating right, you don't need a supplement. It supplements something that you're not getting. If you eating right, you wouldn't need a supplement. If you're getting your amino acids through meat, well, mostly you get your amino acids are based on protein. You get them from not grass, but you get it from plants, vegetables. Okay, hemp has the most protein than any other food out there. Hemp contains the most protein. They don't tell you that. Your natural protein, a lot of people using this shit not knowing where to get your real protein from. Your protein don't come from meat. That's secondary protein. That's cows eating, grass in the pasture. They getting that from there. A gorilla don't eat no fucking meat. He be eating bananas and shit like that. Vegetation. If people were educated on how to eat and you have to relearn everything you learned they taught you wrong, I think you have a lot less people getting popped and being on game. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, require sponsorship video requests. Continue to share the videos. Appreciate the love and support. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, the Hellblades, theHellblades.com. Promo code Goodfellas1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products website. Promo